remove every obstacle from a child's path, we may accidentally remove the opportunity to develop resilience, perseverance. Sometimes, preparation means allowing the to stand nearby. I'm sure you must have heard the story of the eagle. He will put the baby eagle on the back, fly high, and at a point, it will drop. And then, when the baby eagle was about to reach down, the mommy eagle will pick it up. That's training. A child can have excellent grades and poor character. I've seen it. A child discipline, empathy, responsibility, respect, courage, self-control. These things may not appear on a school certificate, but they will appear in the child's life. And please, parents, talk to your children about money. Teach them that money is earned. Teach them savings. Teach them delayed gratification. Teach them that wanting something doesn't automatically mean they must have it. A child who receives everything without understanding the value of anything may become an adult who wants everything without understanding responsibility. Let me repeat that again. A child who receives everything without understanding the value of anything may become an adult who wants everything without understanding responsibility. And that is why financial education is one of the most uncomfortable areas. Parents, I want to tell you a story from my own life. And I'm telling you this one because I was not the hero in the story. I was a parent who got caught. I run a laundry business, and there was this particular customer who, whenever I delivered his clothes, collecting payment from him became almost another assignment. He will collect the clothes, give me a day to come back, and until he wanted to wash another set of clothes, he will not pay. He called me that, Mr. AKINADE, I will send your money to you. Send me your phone number, account number. So I brought the clothes home. He sent a message that he was sending someone to come and collect the clothes, that he will send me the money later. I just ignored the message. I didn't even open it. The next thing, he came himself. He came to my house. Unfortunately for him, or perhaps unfortunately for me, when he arrived, I was asleep. My youngest son, who was only about 10 years old at the time, came into my room. Daddy, that man has come to collect his clothes. I knew exactly who the man was. And without thinking deeply about what I was about to do, I said to my son, tell him I'm not at home. My son turned around to leave. But something happened. He shifted uncomfortably. He took a few steps, then came back to my bedside. And this little boy looked at me and said, Daddy, you said we should not lie. But you're asking me to go and lie to that man. Is that right? Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted the ground to open and swallow me. Because suddenly, I wasn't talking to a 10-year-old child anymore. I was looking at a mirror, and the mirror was talking back to me. I had been teaching my son that lying was wrong, but in that moment, my behavior was contradicting my lesson. How do I explain to this little boy that this man has already been troubling me? He will not give me money on time. Maybe on the next 3-4 months, when he wanted to watch another one, I had to start explaining. And as a friend of mine said to me when I was telling him about this story, he said, you go explain tire. That little boy taught me something I've never forgotten. Children don't only listen to what we tell them, they watch what we do. That day, I learned one of the most painful lessons of parenting. Your child will forget some of your lectures, but they're unlikely to forget the life you demonstrate consistently before them. We tell our children, don't lie. But do they see us lying? We tell them, respect people. But how do they see us speaking to the house help? We tell them, work hard. Yes. We tell them, work hard. But what do they see when responsibility comes knocking? We tell them, control your temper. Daddy, is that right? That question stayed with me for years. It still reminds me that intentional parenting begins with intentional living. You cannot consistently tell a child to become something you are unwilling to demonstrate yourself. Your child is watching. And perhaps the most powerful parenting question you are willing to demonstrate, unwilling to ask ourselves is, if my child becomes exactly like me, would I be proud of the person they become? If my child becomes exactly like me, would I be proud? Would I be happy of the person they become? That's a difficult question, but perhaps it's a necessary one. And that takes us to another dimension of intentional parenting. Because our children are not only watching us, they are forming opinions about themselves from the words we use around them. After this short break, we'll come back. Thank you. Parents, let me tell you another story about the same little boy. And this is a true life story concerning me. There was a particular night. It's around 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to pray. I didn't want to disturb my wife, so I went into the living room. I thought I was alone. And I began to pray. After some time, I heard footsteps. My little boy had woken up. He prides himself in being the one among our children who stayed longer than anybody. So he came towards me and I asked, Dad, hope there is no problem. And perhaps because I was in the middle of prayer and felt a little self-righteous, I responded sharply. I backed at him. That I'm praying? Is it a crime to pray? He didn't argue with me. He simply looked at me and said something that stopped me. He said, Dad, all my life, I've never seen you pray at this hour of the day. And I remember that. I look back. He was absolutely right. He said, all my life, I've never seen you pray at this hour of the day. So I guess it must be a serious matter. In actual fact, it was a serious matter. He was damn right. What struck me wasn't even the question they asked me. It was what the question revealed. This boy had been watching my prayer life. didn't know. I had not been putting on a performance for my children. I wasn't teaching them a lesson. I was simply living my life, and he was observing it. Then I remember the same thing, the same boy had once caught me, another contradiction. When I told him that we must not lie, the one I told before we went on break. And when you look at it, your children are studying you, even when you don't know they are studying you. They watch how you treat people. They watch how you respond when you're angry. They watch how you handle money. They watch how you speak about people who are not present. They watch how you treat your spouse. They watch what you do when nobody is checking. They watch whether your private life agrees with your public instructions. And sometimes they don't need to ask us what we believe. They already know, because they have been watching. Parents, this is why intentional parenting begins with something uncomfortable. Before we ask, what am I teaching my child? We should ask ourselves, what am I showing my child? Why? Because children may close their eyes to our lectures, but their eyes are usually open. And here's the question I want every parent listening to ask tonight, this afternoon. If my child becomes exactly like me, would I be happy with the person I see? If my child becomes exactly like me, in all sincerity,